talk about UFC 291?
We should, because it's a massive card coming up.
It's pretty stacked. This is as close to a stacked card that one will see. The draw card obviously is Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje at lightweight. Boys, what are our thoughts around this one?
Yeah, I saw something during the week that they're almost identical. Like for size, careers, ages, things like that. They're very, very, very similar. Kind of similar sort of fighters. Have they fought before?
I'm just looking.
Did it say
now.
2? I feel like they have. I could be wrong, but they've both had the same sort of trajectory. Both lost to Khabib, but I feel like Dustin's probably a step ahead. It's whether Gaethje's improved his game to then get the win. Born same year as we. What are we doing with our lives?
Nothing. Bro, you look at that and you're like, oh, well, they're the same age as us, so okay. It's good, like when you see guys that are going to the NFL and like, born when?
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, this millennium. Scroll.
2018.
They did.
Yeah,
They did
5 years ago.
Yeah, it's quite a while ago. They both fought Chandler recently as well, so that's probably a common opponent, and I think they both won there. So I just think this is going to be, let's hope it's a war that we think it's going to be. It's going to be an excellent fight, back and forth. I think Dustin, for me, is probably the more technical and complete fighter, but you never know with Justin. With Gaethje, he might have gone away and improved his game in the interim. So we'll see.
We are talking about two of the guys who have zero respect for their body, some of the least respect for their body out of any fighters in the UFC. I don't think this one will disappoint. I think we'll see fireworks. Hard to split them for mine. Maybe the mental advantage of Poirier having the win against Gaethje, albeit 5 years ago. It's going to be fireworks, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit interesting. Like, obviously with Poirier's, his latest record, besides that loss to Oliveira, is Chandler, but his wins have been against McGregor and Dan Hooker, who's have taken a bit of a slide.
Yeah.
So he hasn't really had like that top level competition that probably Gaethje's sort of been fighting for.
But besides
the top,
Chandler's probably
Chandler's
up there.
And he beat the biggest name in the division twice.
Yeah. So yeah,
He's been at the top.
it'll be interesting.
He's been up there for a very, very long time. So
The blokes lost to Khabib and Charles Oliveira. I think he'll be okay.
that was what was announced during the week. Oliveira versus Islam. But we'll talk about that when it gets closer. But that was announced during the week.
You're talking about Oliveira versus Volk's bitch.
Yes. He's ducking Volk.
Sorry, Alex, just talking for you. Sorry.
Agree. Co-main.
Yeah,
Co-main, and this one, I'm maybe more fired up about this one.
I am too. And I just checked.
it's exciting.
Still no official news if it's going to be for the title or not. It makes too much sense, but then again, maybe they want to wait and then make one of the other light heavyweight fights coming up. But this to me makes the most sense for a light heavyweight championship fight. But
We are, of course, talking about Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Pereira obviously getting the belt back down at middleweight against Israel Adesanya, and then the Potan, the concrete hands. He's going up to fight a big Eastern European. This one's saucy, boys.
yeah, it is for mine. They're both big hitters, big power guys. I don't envision Jan trying to wrestle in this at all, though he can because he did it to Israel. That is the caveat. He might go out there and see. Does he test to see how much power Alex has, or does he just take him down and get the job done and get out of there? I think that's probably going to be the big talking point. Me personally, I'd love to see them stand up and throw bazookas at each other and see what happens. But Jan might be too smart for that, and then we'll have to see what Alex can do with the wrestling.
The undercard is
Tasty.
probably the most stacked undercard. I'm saying I'm really talking up
looking
this,
through all those
Yeah, it
names.
is, it is.
but it's wild. It's wild, the names. We're talking Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green at lightweight. We're talking Michael Chiesa and Kevin Holland at welterweight. We're talking Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Michael Pereira
Yep.
at welterweight. We're talking Derek Lewis against Marcos Rogero. It's a pretty wild card, this one.
Yeah, definitely. I like Bobby Green against Ferguson. I think Ferguson's
Oh.
pretty close to retirement. Yeah. Kevin Holland and Michael Chess will be an interesting fight because Kevin really struggles with ground guys, and Michael Chess is like one of the better ones on the ground. So I prefer Kevin Holland to win that fight. I'm a bit of a Kevin Holland stan, so I'll take that one there. And I'd love to see Derek Lewis get a win. And Stephen Thompson, Mark Pereira. It will be a fun fight, actually. Pereira is one of those you got to tune in and see what he does kind of things.
Brazilians, you can never count them out, that's for sure.
Yeah.
How old is the Wonder Boy these days? He'd be getting
Getting
on
up
a little
there,
bit.
close.
40.
Yeah.
40. Yeah.
40. Yeah.
Jeez.
So he's fighting a bloke 11 years his junior.
When does he become Wonder Man?
Ooh, good question.
True that.
When does he become Wonder Grandpa? Because
Wonder retired.
yeah, he's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't think it was that. I was thinking late 30s. So there you go.
Yeah, he's been around a hot minute.
40 years for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. It's a massive card. It's a pretty quick turnaround as well.
Oh, yeah, the BMF title's up for that for Poirier
Yeah,
Gage
just
as well.
noticed that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think they said Masvidal's going to present it, but I can't deny or confirm that.